So yesterday I taught you how to buy cryptocurrency at a low price and sell them at a higher price, right? I shared an example on how to be able to spot cryptocurrencies that are literally going to do very well in the market and be able to give you a very good amount of profit over a period of time, right? So the whole context of that video was teaching you how to buy low and sell high. Not every cryptocurrency can do this, so I taught how to find the cryptocurrencies that can do that. In case you've not watched that video, go ahead and check out the video. I'll probably link it to the top of this video. I can check my channel over there to be able to find that content. It's actually very informative, right? So what I actually want to do right now is to make some points clear, because I was going back on that video. I was reviewing some things over there, and I figured that I actually omitted some important informations, and that's actually why I'm actually making this video, to clarify those, right? So you can also learn a couple of things on how that strategy works just by watching this video. But if you want to get a detailed understanding of the whole thing, you can go ahead and watch that one after watching this particular one. So one of the cryptocurrencies we were talking about that day was actually a cryptocurrency called EUL. So let me go ahead and pull it up. It's called EUL, and funny enough, this cryptocurrency has already started gaining traction, right? Now, I personally believe that this is just the beginning of this whole cryptocurrency actions, right? If you look right now, you can see that the current price of EUL is about 8.174 USDT. They just got at 8.17, right? So the day I made the video, the price of EUL was already about $7.4 dollars, right, per EUL, and right now it's up to 8.17. So literally, if we had actually decided to, or let's say if you had personally decided to actually buy the cryptocurrency then and sell it now, that means you would have actually amassed up to $100 in profit. So let's say I did an example for that video using $1,500, right? So $1,500 is basically gonna give you about 202.7, right? So you can see that right here, 202 EUL.7. So all right, so selling this 202.7 at that price the day we were making that video, and when I said that right now, that's basically gonna give you up to 1,616 USDT. That's over $100 in profit in just a day, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think the market is gonna continue going up, right? The market is likely gonna drop for a while, but regardless, what I'm trying to say is that this cryptocurrency is a cash. If you had actually caught this cryptocurrency when it was below $2, you can see it actually got to a point where it was, if you had gotten this coin when it was below $7, you would have made a lot of profit. But you can see there was a time it was up to $6.8, right? Imagine buying this coin for $6.8 with this same amount of money we are talking with right now, right? So let's say 6.8. That means you're gonna be making a total of let's pull this back to 1,500, right? Giving you 220 EUL. Then you sell this same 220 EUL at this current rate, which is still too cheap. That means up to $1,800 in profit. That's over $300 in profit. But regardless, this is actually still early for this coin. I believe that this coin is gonna do well, and I also believe that the price is gonna drop for some time, or drop to a point and then rise again. Okay, so I'm basically gonna be betting on this coin to be to come around, let's say 7.5, or let's say 6.8 or something like that. So that's probably where I'll be intending to buy this coin. Again, that's depending on how far this current bull run is going. So enough of the talk. Let's go ahead and see exactly what I actually want to talk about, in this context. So we're gonna be using EUL to discuss this. That's basically the reason why I was busy talking about this EUL or this wall. So let's go straight to CoinMarketCap, and we're going to go ahead and open the search bar and type EUL. So this is basically what you're gonna be doing every single time you want to do this. Okay, so the very first thing, to recap, the very first thing I did when I came to this cryptocurrency that made me decide to actually get into it is what? The total supply, the maximum and total supply, which you can see clearly is just about 27 million, which is very little. Bitcoin is around 21 million and this one is 27 million, right? So anybody that knows about cryptocurrency knows that this is a very good amount, right? Okay, so what actually made me, after doing proper research, right, because I made the decision in a whim, right, when it comes to this, but regardless, the amount over here is good enough for me to bank on this cryptocurrency and stay solid on $10 mark cap, right? Even though it's likely gonna pass that regardless. Now, if you go to the website of this coin, which is over here, so let's go ahead and click on the website. It's gonna bring you to the website of the EUL. Now, one thing you have to notice about EUL is actually cryptocurrency that supports a project that deals with lending, borrow, swap without limits. If you've already been in the crypto market for a while, you would have known that any cryptocurrency market or platform that deals with lending, borrow, all these things, they tend to go really far, right? Because people use them to run smart contracts, right? People come over here, they put smart contracts, they integrate this system in their smart contract, and they're able to lend or swap assets, right? They lend an asset, they do something with it, and they pay back with interest. This is a legitimate business right here, right? And this means that a lot of people are likely, a lot of creators and application owners are likely going to integrate this platform, right, into their own projects. And what does that mean? That means that as far as they do that, this platform is likely going to continue gaining much more traction. And EULA token on its own, because regardless of whatever they're doing in this platform, EULA token is actually going to be what they're going to be running the whole process on, right? So let's say, for example, somebody wants to lend USDT. They will lend the USDT and they will pay back the interest in EULA, right? So once they lend the USDT, they do whatever they want to do with it. They pay back the USDT, and the interest on top of that USDT is going to be coming into this platform in EULA, which is why this token is likely going to do very, very well in a very short period of time or in a long period of time. Regardless, what I'm saying is that it stands a very high chance of doing well. So if a person who actually has some money to invest, I would say you should take a look at EULA. This is not a promotional video. This is just me giving you clear-cut statistical analysis of what is going on here on the market. Now, another thing that you might actually consider, because one of the reasons why I say that I think this market or this asset is likely going to reduce a bit more, right? So I don't really know if I can find this information right here, but I actually did see this information somewhere, right? It's the amount of wallets, the top holders of the coin or the assets, right? So let's see. All right, so I don't think I can find this here, but maybe you can check it out on your own, right? But currently right now, I think it should be somewhere here. Oh, it's not here. Okay, so basically what that is all about, it's telling you the top holders of the assets, right? The wallets that are holding the asset, how much they are holding it. Okay, yeah, look at it here. We have top holders, right? Which you can find them right here. So once you scroll over here, you can see that we have top 10 holders of this asset are currently holding 58% of this token, right? So it means that top 10 holders of this asset you're seeing right here have 58.98% of the token. So if these top 10 holders decide to sell, they're going to crash this market by a lot. So this means that if a person who actually wants to buy EULA, it might actually be a wise decision to hope to buy EULA way cheaper and then hope to sell way higher. For example, imagine buying EULA for $3.4 and selling it for $25 or $28, right? It's something rather than buying it for $8 and selling it for $25, right? You'll do still profit, but I mean, you should understand what I mean by that, right? So these are basically the people holding it, but there's something you actually need to figure out. You probably have to, open all these wallets and see whether the wallet holding this token, is it actually a wallet or is it the contract of the token itself? Because sometimes when they create these tokens, the contract itself is gonna hold some amount of the token which they're gonna disperse to other projects as well that they're doing. So it's worth doing your research. Personally, I don't like dealing with cryptocurrencies that have such a small amount of people holding the majority of the cryptocurrencies. Personally, I don't like that because it means that there's a chance for collapse on the market, right? There's a chance for a huge collapse, even if the market is still gonna recover, but there's a chance for a huge collapse. And it's not even a single cryptocurrency wallet that holds this. We have the first one holding here, we have another one holding here, we have another one holding here, we have another one. Like it has a lot of different asset markets holding a huge chunk of this token. So personally, I think this token will drop in price for a while, right? Maybe somewhere around $3.4, 2 point something dollars, and then it will pick up from there. But if it's gonna pick up, it is definitely gonna pick up, right? I'm 80% sure of that this token is gonna pick up, right? So that's actually one of the reasons why I will not buy this token right now. I'm going to bet that it's gonna drop more in price, and when that happens, I'm jumping in, right? So this basically means, let's say I'm kind of right, and the price of this token actually drops all the way to, let's say, $3.4, and then we go ahead and enter this market at $3.4 using about $1,500. That means we're gonna be getting about 441 euro, right? So imagine selling 441 euro for about $25, right? And do that for 441. That's an easy $11,000 from $1,500. Easy $11,000. So this is actually one of the ways we make money from this market. It's not like we have some special kind of trick we play. We just look at the market, we look at different cryptocurrencies. It's involved constant researches, right? Once you have that cryptocurrency, you have that your target, then you look at every single thing concerning it, and then you make reasonable judgment. Sometimes you'll be right, sometimes you'll be wrong. The cryptocurrency will explode without you, right? So the one I'm currently into right now is Zen, and unfortunately, Zen does not really have that much standing. If like based on the analysis I just did, like EULA has. But funny enough, it's doing well, and I personally think that Zen is doing well solely on the amount of token in the market. Just like EULA, it does not have a lot of token in the market. It's called Zen Horizon. This is the cryptocurrency right here. And if you take a proper look at this cryptocurrency, let's go to the max total supply or maximum supply. You can see that it's just 21 million. Just like EULA, it doesn't have much supply or total supply in the market, right? But then if you go to the website of this Zen, just like we did in the EULA, you can notice that what these guys do, they are on-chain privacy for a new era. So I think they are some kind of Horizon is an EMV blockchain built on a base for secure, regulatory compliant, confidential trading, and they're basically like they're trading platform as well, probably something like that. But personally, to me, I don't really see much people integrating to them as they will integrate to EULA, right? But of course, there are people that are gonna be using this. Actually, there are people that are gonna use these services. You can see that you can integrate them to your dApps and stuff like that, right? So you can take your time and read through all these things. I don't really want to make this video boring, but this is basically one of the things we do. We go to the website and see what the platform does, and then we check the holders, the top holders of the token, right? It's very important for us to know whether this token stands a chance of dropping or not. So you can see that Zen itself has the top holders to be currently at 72%, which is even way more than Euler, right? But of course, I did buy Zen. I bought Zen. I was not really expecting the price to explode out of proportion. As of now, I'm gonna sell it after a while, and then I will seek to buy it when it has gotten cheaper, right? So because personally, Zen has been here for a while, if I'm to say, but it doesn't really seem to be doing super crazy for a while. So I think that this amount of holders is what is affecting it right now. So when it gets to a particular price I want it to get to, I'll sell, and when it drops again, I'll buy, gets over there, I'll sell again. So that's basically how I'm gonna be doing Zen until it clears this, right? It can take years to clear this. I don't really know why this is here, but whenever it clears it, then we'll know whether we're gonna be going in full with a lot of money and hoping to cash out a lot of money as well from it. But regardless, for now, we're just using it for, spending money, gas money, biscuit money, whatever money, right? That's what we're just using that for. So regardless, Zen is doing well right now. Obviously, maybe if the price gets up to $18, I'm out, right? So that's just my own aim, $18. The previous high it got was 17.4. So I'm sure it's gonna get to $18 and probably up to 20 something dollars. But $18 is where I'm gonna cap it. If it passes that and drops back to $18, I'm out. That's basically it. And my next buy is probably gonna go low as $10 or $9, and then we'll go again and hit that price as well. So that's actually the secret. That's actually how it goes. And yeah. So this is actually what I wanted to talk about. I didn't talk about this in the previous video, and hopefully right now it has clarified every single thing for you, so you can be able to do your proper researches and make proper money from the market. Just simply buying low, selling high. Nothing difficult about that, right? Yeah, so if you actually enjoyed this content, you learned something new, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and give us your comment in the comment section. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel, right? I'll see you in the next one. Take care.